Hi, it's Susanna with Words, Wisdom, and Wellness, and this video is a review of the Therapeutic Tremor, which is one of the tools in the Resilience Toolkit. This video is only intended for those who have already learned the Therapeutic Tremor in either a group workshop or in one-on-one work with me. If somehow you have received this video and that neither one of those two situations applies to you, please stop the video and contact me to find out when the next workshop is going to be held or to schedule a one-on-one session with me. So just a reminder that the Therapeutic Tremor is one of the most powerful tools in the toolkit and should be used sparingly at first, every other day for just a couple minutes or whatever it was that I advised you in our one-on-one session based on your medical history, your trauma history, and how much freeze and fight and flight you have in your system. So I'm going to review the steps and invite you to just watch. Okay, so just as it's important to know how to brake before you start learning how to drive the car, I'm going to show you how to turn the Therapeutic Tremor off so that as you're doing the tremor, you always come back to you can stop it at any time, and this is how. So the first way that you can turn off the tremor, in other words the brakes, is to just extend your legs. If that doesn't turn it off, your second option is to roll over to your side. If that doesn't turn it off, then your third option is to get up and walk around. Okay? I'm a little bit taller than the camera. So those are your three options if you want to turn off the tremor. To review the steps of how to activate the tremor, first you want to come to a position on the floor. We can also do this sitting, but I'm going to show you on the floor first, with your knees out and the soles of your feet together. I'm going to turn around so that you can see from the front what this looks like. Okay? What my arms are doing is not very important. I'm just orienting to comfort. Now, you may feel more comfortable if you have pillows under your knee, under your knees, under your head, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. This is not intended to be painful, and this is not intended to be an athletic exercise here. I'm not going to use pillows so that you can better see what I'm doing with my body. Okay? So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to gently lift my hips up. Now you'll notice that this is not a very high movement, and again, the idea is not to make it be athletic. It's simply a contraction of the pelvis and lifting it just barely up off the floor. You may not be able to lift your pelvis off the floor, and that is welcome. The idea is that you're squeezing the pelvis ever so slightly and lifting, making a lifting movement. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to very gently close my knees about an inch and hold it there. I'm going to let those muscles fatigue just a little bit and close about another inch. And I'm doing this slowly. I'm going to let my knees close another inch or so and let that fatigue and close another inch. I'm doing this slowly. Now my tremor has turned on and I'm putting the soles of my feet down on the ground. Now, you will remember from my session with you that your tremor may not look like this, and that is welcome. You may get into a tremor more quickly. It may take you more closing of the legs to get here. All of that is fine. Yours may be gentle, it may be more violent, or more intense. All of that is welcome. So please don't think that what you're seeing right here is what your tremor is supposed to look like. The important thing is that you're noticing how your body's responding and stopping at any time that you feel any increase in discomfort, physical, emotional, or psychological, or when you feel yourself down-regulate or relax. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my tremor off by extending my legs. Got too close to the sofa. And that turned it off. I could, again, roll to the side if needed. Forgive the crotch shot, but I'm going to show this to you from this position so that you can also see a different angle. So, again, I've got my diamond shape here with the soles of my feet together. I'm gently lifting up my pelvis, and then I am closing my knees about an inch, holding it till there's some very mild muscle fatigue, closing another inch, mild muscle fatigue, go at your own pace, closing your legs slightly, and again that tremor is going to turn on at some point, at which time I put my feet flat down, or put my soles of my feet flat down on the ground. The reason we do that is, again, for ease and comfort. All right, so I'm noticing my body's experience. I'm stopping anytime I feel an increase of discomfort or stress, or when I feel my body relax, down-regulate, and settle. So I'm feeling like that's good enough for now, so I'm going to extend my feet and turn the tremor off. We can also do the therapeutic tremor sitting up. One of the best ways to do that, and the reason you might choose to do this is because maybe doing it lying down doesn't feel emotionally comfortable or psychologically safe for whatever reason, or maybe physically it doesn't feel very easeful. You can also experiment, even if you like lying down, you can try the sitting up version to see how your body responds differently to those different positions, and maybe at different times. So the principle here is pretty much the same. Again, remembering that you can put pillows under your knees for support. The idea here is not athleticism. The idea here is orienting to comfort. No pain or discomfort beyond your baseline. The principle here is similar. So I'm not going to be asking you to lift your hips up off the ground. We're not doing a yoga move here, but just sort of tighten up your pelvis, sort of tilting your pelvis up, tilting my pelvis up to mimic that same movement that I did on the floor. And then I'm just going to gently close my knees, just ever so slightly, 1 inch. Hold, a little bit of fatigue. Hold, a little bit of fatigue. Hold. And you may need to keep going. So I'm going to keep my tremor off so you can see that it's absolutely welcome that it take a little bit more movement, and mine's ready to go. So again, I'm putting my feet, the soles of my feet, flat down onto the ground as the tremor begins. Okay, again, remembering that yours may look differently than this, and that is welcome. And I'm going to stop at any time I feel any increase in discomfort, physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual, any of those, or when I feel myself down, regulate, and settle, or within the time frame that you got from working with me in terms of what's the best fit right now for your stress level and your body. Again, if I want to turn it off, when it feels like, oh, it really wants to do something here, but I'm going to go ahead and stop for the purpose of the video by extending my legs out. Okay, and if that didn't turn it off, again, I can get up and I can walk around to turn off the tremor. Okay? So thank you for watching that review of the therapeutic tremor. Please reach out and contact me if you have any questions or concerns about the therapeutic tremor or any of the tools in the Resilience Toolkit. And just also remember that no matter what's going on right now, I just want to remind you, you are not bad, you're not crazy, and you are not alone.